It is now time for weather with Nebraska Extension Ag climatologist and Market Journal's chief meteorologist, Al Dutcher. Well, Al, things have certainly been heating up over the past week. As we look ahead, how are things shaping up?
Well, Bryce, we certainly did see the heat come in this week, and of course we've been dealing with a lot of the cooler weather, and it's been causing some issues in terms of planting along with the wet conditions across a good portion of the Corn Belt. Even in Nebraska, as of this last Sunday, we were only at 39% complete on the corn. Planting should have been around 67%. Now I suspect that we've got a lot of that planting taken care of this week with a few days of dry weather before the severe weather impacted us here Thursday and partly into early Friday morning. But more significantly, as you go to the north of us, exceptionally wet conditions, and some of that cold that was in the eastern Corn Belt has now returned to above normal conditions as most of the precip has been more focused in the northern plains and the western Corn Belt. So we do see the opportunity, at least from the numerical model standpoint, for some of the corn planting that's been delayed significantly to our east to at least start to increase rather rapidly over the next 7 to 10 days. Now, as we look at the upper air models, the first thing we'll draw your attention to is that we have a little trough that's moving across the northern plains, going to once again renew some of the moisture problems across the North Dakota, South Dakota, and parts of Minnesota. For us, we have high pressure that's weakly in place. After seeing that warmth earlier in the period, we've now started to cool down as the main precipitation band itself heads toward the east. So relatively nice weekend in terms of temperatures. We should be primarily in the upper 70s to the lower 80s. We do a little wave that moves through Sunday morning across eastern Nebraska and may generate a few scattered showers, mostly in the morning, and that system itself clears out. It looks to be a respectable day once again with highs primarily in the lower 80s. Now the ridging starts to take place on Monday. We do see a little low pressure development across southwestern portions of Nebraska. We do see the opportunity for some temperatures moving up into the mid 80s into this region, and maybe just a slight chance of precipitation across central Nebraska, but no widespread precipitation. And when we'll start to see that ridge itself start to build back into our region as we move through the midweek period. On Tuesday, low pressure at the surface moving across to Oklahoma may generate some thunderstorm activity in the southwest Nebraska all the way through eastern Kansas. That may lift into southern Nebraska, but more importantly, a big trough starts to take shape over the western United States as we get into Wednesday. The surface low starts to develop over northern Oklahoma and into Colorado. That's going to have the ability to generate a few isolated pockets of thunderstorm activity, but no widespread concentrated area. By the time we get to Thursday, this trough starts to really deepen. That's going to increase our moisture flow from the south. It's going to get humid. We're going to see temperatures moving up into the mid 80s, possibly upper 80s in the southwest as low pressure starts to develop over southwestern Kansas. Once again, we'll see renewed thunderstorm activity across the Dakotas, but more importantly, as we get into Friday, it looks like this energy starts to eject out and is positioned in such a place that at this point in time it would favor most of Kansas and Nebraska for seeing some thunderstorm development, particularly Friday. You can kind of see the systems developing, and that will move across the state as we progress through the day. So it's our best opportunity for severe weather. As we go a little farther out into the future, that takes us from next Thursday to the following Tuesday. We're looking at well above normal temperatures across the southeast with high pressure in place. Upper air trough moving across the Pacific Northwest of the northern plains brings below normal temperatures. And in terms of precipitation, with that system coming out next Friday, widespread area of increased heavy precipitation. I suspect we'll see some further planting delay issues coming out of Iowa and Illinois with this renewed heavy precipitation. The biggest question is how much will get planted in that amount of time. For Nebraska, I think we're going to be ample opportunities to get our crops in, even with this latest precipitation event.